and continue letting everybody in.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to give it till 7:05. People are messaging me, asking me about it. So. Okay, so letting people in. So I'm going to give it another minute, 60 seconds, and we're going to get started. Terry, I love your flower box at your home. It's beautiful. All right, we're going to get started. So if I start picking up my laptop and walking upstairs because the dogs are barking, that's because Mike came home, but I didn't feel like being in the loft and I was already down here training clients on Zoom. So I figured I would just stay down here. Okay. Welcome to the first meeting of our winter challenge. Yay. I'm so happy to see 24, 25 people on here, which is great. I mean, there's 140 people, but hey, I'll take, what is that, a third, no, not even a third, a tenth of it or whatever. Which is funny because the meeting we're talking about in our meeting today is how to stay engaged, how to stay consistent, and being accountable. And one of the things is about our meetings. So I will get to that. I do want to go over a couple of things. I always do housekeeping the first meeting of every challenge. And I believe even if you've been with me for a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's always just reinforcing everything. I learn new things all the time, and things change. So never should you feel, oh, I've already heard this meeting before, because you guys should know by now, I never say the same things twice because I usually don't wing it, but I pretty much know my information. I research new information and I bring it to you guys. So the first thing I want to say is if you've been in this challenge previously, continue coming to the meetings. Even if I say this meeting is about menopause and you don't have anything about menopause, you don't need to worry about it. You still need to be there. And I'm going to get into the reason why. So a couple of things I just want to do about housekeeping. I started adding the workouts on Mondays and Saturdays because I was asked to do them. And I love doing them with you guys. But if it starts to become a habit that people are not going to come, I'm going to cancel them. Because I canceled my Monday night clients to do this for the Shred Tribe. And my Monday night Zoom clients, I was making money. But I canceled them because we decided Mondays and Saturdays was going to be the Zoom. Come Monday night, people are messaging me, can't be there, can't be there, can't be there, but can't be there. Here I am with nothing on a Monday night. So I will continue doing them. But if it becomes habitual that I'm by myself on Monday nights, I'm going to cancel them. I started doing this as an extra. And first week, everybody was all excited, which usually is what happens. And then it's falling by the wayside. So I love doing them, but I don't want to do nothing on a Monday night. So if I can make money, I will. But if I can do this for you guys, I would much rather do that. But I'm not going to be standing there at 5:45 thinking that we're doing a workout, and here I get 7 messages that nobody's showing up. So I'm going to start asking if you're going to be committing to the Monday night workout. Just like I did in the beginning, I said, who's coming Monday night? Who's coming Saturday night? And I put a little reminder on your calendar. I'm going to start doing that. And I want to start to see who doesn't show up that commits, because that'll show me who is really committed to doing it. I understand things come up, but things come up in my life as well. And I do this just because I want to do it. It's not part of the challenge. It's an additional thing that I do just to keep you guys engaged and committed. And a lot of people don't like to work out on their own. And I charge like $45, $50 a 30-minute Zoom session normally. And you guys are getting it for free. So that's huge. So if you've been on the fence about doing it, you should really think about doing it, even if it's one of them, Monday or Saturday. All right, getting off my soapbox. And yes, I was hurt also because I thought everybody wanted it. And then I was like, okay, well, obviously nobody wants it. And that's probably, it's more probably emotional than anything, because I just felt like nobody wants to do it anymore. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to talk about it again. I will post every week who's committing to what workouts, and I'll put it in your calendars. And if you're there, great. And if you're not, you're not. And if it goes one more week or 2 weeks that I don't have anybody at it, I'm canceling it that day. Okay, that's done. I want to remind you guys, whether you've been in the challenge a long time or not, that the range for your macros is 10 over under proteins, 10 over under carbs, and 4 to 6 for fats. That's not 9 fats. That's not 15 carbs. And the most important macro that you are hitting is proteins. That is the most challenging macros that you are trying to hit. So, and I've said this in challenges before, you know, if you're at under carbs by 16, I'm going to let it go. But if you're under proteins by 14, I'm not going to let it go, because you really need to hit those macros for proteins more than anything else. So hopefully everybody understands that. And something else I want to say is it's not about your calories. I've been talking about it, but I've got a couple of messages this week about it. So if you have a 2000, okay, so I eat 2280 every day, 2280. If I'm at 2310, but I'm still within my macros, I'm good. Because it's not about your calories, it's about your macros. So please, please, please remember that. Someone asked me, if I work out more, will I lose weight faster? No, I've already talked about it. Now, if you work out more and you don't tell me, it's going to hinder your weight loss, because unfortunately, if you become a cardio bunny, your body holds on to your fat. So you may see the inches go, but the scale's never going to move with fat. You don't want that to happen. So if you're only doing cardio, you need to incorporate strength. If you're only doing strength, you need to incorporate cardio. And if you're doing more than what you told me, you need to tell me. I told you I was doing 4 hours, I'm doing 7. What do we need to do? Because you're going to need to eat more. It's not going to happen faster by doing that. And it goes the opposite way as well. So if you are not eating, you're not working out as much as you said you were, then of course you're probably going to gain weight, because now you're no longer in a calorie deficit. And that's the only way to lose fat, is by being in a calorie deficit. So I just want to clarify that. I had an epiphany about my mush today, and I'm going to give up mush for a little while, because I realized that if I give up mush, I have so much more macros left to do other things with. And I got to eat I love those cheese wisps. Have you guys ever had those? They just taste like basically curdled cheese. But I actually got to have those today. And I was looking at my food, and I realized my snacks I got so many more snacks because I didn't eat that mush, but I replaced it with the Kodiak oatmeal. So just something to think about. If you're getting bored at what you're doing or you want more food, mix it up. You don't have to have the same thing. I am a creature of habit. So for the past, I can't tell you how long I've been eating mush, but I'm going to get outside that box. Something that I haven't had in a while that I had today because I had the room, I was so excited, is I made chocolate mud cake or mud pie. And I wonder if, I'm thinking Melissa might remember this, Melissa Armento, because when we used to do a program together years ago, we got to take our oatmeal, put our chocolate protein powder in it with some peanut butter, you mix it up and it tastes like Reese's peanut butter cup in a bowl. And I haven't had that in so long. Melissa, do you remember that? Yes, I just saw you say her name. Yes, I could read lips. And I'm so excited that I could have that again. So that is, if you're stuck in a rut because you've been doing this a while, reach out to me and be like, hey, what else can I have? Or like somebody messaged me today and said, I'm having a really hard time with my proteins. And I looked at her food and I was like, well, you're not eating protein with breakfast. You're not eating protein with lunch. But I see all these little snacks, protein bar, protein shake, crushed chips. Those don't fill you up. Those are great ways to hit your macros, but you're going to be hungry. So I said, well, what about turkey burgers? You can stick them in the microwave. You can stick them in your air fryer. It takes 14 minutes. There's 93-7 turkey burgers. I eat at least 2 every day. I put on that ranch seasoning that I took a picture of on one of them yesterday. And on the other one, I put the Italian seasoning. It was like I was eating 2 different meals when I wasn't. And it's quick. I cook like 4 of them usually on Sunday. And I just put them in the microwave or I eat them cold, which is so weird, but I'm always on the go. I'm in my car. I don't have always the opportunity to cook food. So I eat them cold in my hand. She's like, well, how do you eat them? I'm like this, like the burger. If you have goals, you're going to make something work for you, right? I have Life bread. I could have used that and put 2 pieces of Life bread if I wanted to and use carbs. But there's always different things that you can do. So if you're stuck, message me. I may say, you know what? I don't have something for you, but put it in the group. Maybe someone else has an idea for you. And that's another thing I'm going to talk about with our topic of our meeting today. Next thing is not every Apple Watch will connect. If your Apple Watch is not a newer watch, it's not going to connect. And if you go into the troubleshooting, it'll tell you which version, I can't remember. I think it has to be over an Apple 3, maybe I watched 3 or something. So don't kill yourself trying to connect it, it won't. If you don't have an Apple Watch and you don't have a Fitbit, whatever you do use, connect it to your MyFitnessPal, and MyFitnessPal will connect it to my app for your steps. There's no way to manually log your steps in my app. The steps really is a goal for you to achieve because 10,000 steps should be the minimum you are walking per day. I know a lot of us, I'm looking at Millie's stairs behind her and my stairs are right there. And when I saw your steps, I was like, oh my God, those are perfect 10K steps. Because I literally, if I am at like 9,200, which is very rare, but sometimes on Sundays, I will walk those stairs up and down to get my steps. If you don't have stairs, walk around your house. There are ways to get it in, but it really keeps you active, especially if it's the end of the night and you're watching TV and you're bored and you think you're hungry, but you're not, which we're going to talk about at another meeting. It would be great to do that. I also put a question in the important announcements group. And if you didn't see it, that's a really important group. If you want 2 yoga workouts added to your profile or the staircase workout, which I've been doing, which I really do like, let me know, I'll add it. Also message me if you want a gym workout to do lifting at the gym. And message me if you want an at-home dumbbell workout. So when you send me the message, don't say you want to work out. I need to know at home or at the gym because I'm putting them together this week, new ones, and I will put them in your profiles if you want it. I used to put it in everybody's profile, but then I realized people aren't doing them. So if you want it, let me know and I will put it in there. I would love for you guys to have something else for you to do. If you can't get to the gym, you have that at home, whatever. If you want both, let me know. It's not hard for me just to put it in your profiles. If you are missing your 10K steps or your water and you want them back, message me. With the update, a lot of people lost them on the back end. So I did start adding them back in, but then I was like, well, maybe people don't want them anymore. So let me know. And if you want a habit that's not in there, you want to stop biting your nails, or you want to stop eating chocolate, whatever it is, let me know. I will add it in there for you as well. If you're doing the November squat challenge and you said you are doing it in my Facebook group, I added it as a habit. So you have to check it every day in your habits. Raise your hand if you guys saw that. Awesome. Beautiful. If you're not doing the November squat challenge, it's not a big deal. You don't have to do it. It's just something different, something added into it. Things like that don't necessarily change your body. It changes your mindset. So committing to something every day and getting you out of your comfort zone makes you stronger mentally. That whole 75 hard thing is the reason for that. So if you want to do the squat challenge, let me know. It's on my Facebook group. It's not in the app. Okay. So moving on. We are going to talk about today, and I always have my notes. We're going to talk about today how to make your program successful and having a successful mindset. And there are ways to do that. And the first thing is, step one is make time to plan ahead. And everybody's busy. Everybody has a lot of shit going on. I get it. I work 6 jobs. I have a business. I mean, we all have stuff going on. But if you take time on a Saturday, on a Sunday, on a Wednesday, I meal prep a lot of times on Mondays or Wednesdays because I have a little bit more of a window. And on Sundays, sometimes I don't want to take time away from Mike. It's the only day that I don't work after 12 noon. I work 7 days a week. But he's not home on Mondays or Wednesdays during the day, and I can do it without him around. So I plan it in my calendar on my phone that I'm going to meal prep and plan for my week. If you make it an appointment, chances are you'll stick to it. You don't have to meal prep for 5 hours. You can do a little bit at a time, or if there's stuff that you, I'll get to that. Okay, so making time to plan ahead. When you are making this time, I want you guys to think about your nutrition habits up till now. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses with your nutrition? Do you love vegetables? Do you hate vegetables? Do you love berries? Do you hate berries? Are you really good at throwing turkey burgers in the air fryer, such as myself? Are you really good at throwing in sweet potato fries in the air fryer? Those are things you should plan ahead. You're good at that. If it's a weakness of something, I hate cooking fish. It smells in the house, but I do it. Everybody hates cooking fish. But if you plan to do your fish in one day or in a couple of hours for at least 2 meals, you will get it done. So think about your weaknesses. My weaknesses are cooking, period. Like, I can't cook. I don't cook. My mother never cooked. She didn't teach me how to cook. My sister can vouch for that. So I have to really plan on what I'm doing. So I make crock pots. I make my chicken chili. There's things that you can think about what strengths are and balance out your weaknesses. And then emphasize those strengths and minimize your weaknesses. Is there a particular day of the week that you struggle with? For me, usually the biggest struggle I have is on Mondays, because Mondays I only teach 2 classes, and then I just do private clients on Zoom all day. So I'm pretty much home. And otherwise, I'm always away from the house all day, every day. So I'm always like, all right, what can I eat? What can I eat? What can I eat? So I log all my food, and we're going to get to this part of this plan too. And I don't allow myself to deviate from it. Is there a particular time of day that feels trickier? My witching hour is always between 5 and 6 p.m. Always, always, always. And I have it planned in my day to have my Quest chips. They satisfy that sweet craving, salty craving for me. And I've been trying to kick the habit of LaCroix and just drinking my hint waters. But now I've been drinking the blackberry LaCroix with my Quest chips, and it's kind of like I'm treating myself. And it takes away like that need for sweets and salt at the same time. If you've never tried the blackberry, it's really good. They only sell it at Costco, I think. Blackberry Raz or something. It's a purple thing. It's really good. So are you more tempted to snack at certain times? If that's the case, allow for yourself to snack at that time. Maybe have your Puffs Built Bar. Maybe have your Irvine bar at that time. You know, think about those times of the day. Some people, their witching hour is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They get tired. You know, they're not hungry, but they need something to snack on. Maybe put some almonds in a bag with some raisins. Sweet, salty usually takes away that craving, but account for it. Always, always, always a large glass of water, and protein will suppress your appetite. Proteins are a natural appetite suppressant. Now, that's not a bar. That's not a shake. That is real protein ground. You know, deli meat from the turkey, deli meat from the supermarket. Maybe it's chicken, maybe it's turkey. I talked about this in my food meeting. I put them 6 ounces in every bag. So when I leave in the morning during the day, I grab that bag. I put it in my app. So I know when I'm hungry, I can pick on that at any time of the day. It's already taken care of. It's 6 ounces. I don't have to eat all 6 ounces at one time. So if I'm hungry and I want to grab 1 ounce or 1 slice, it doesn't matter. I've already accounted for those 6 ounces of turkey or chicken breast. Sometimes I'll do that with a slice of cheese or a cheese stick, but I won't eat the whole thing at one time. But it's in my app as a snack. So if I'm craving something, I will just eat it. And it's mindless eating because you don't have to worry about it. It's already done. If you do that with your Cheerios and you do that with your almonds and all those fun things, and you baggie them and take them with you or have them set at your house if you're working from home, you will tend to just eat what you've tracked because you've already had it allotted for that amount. Now, if you put almonds and then you grab the container and you're like, I'm just going to eat 20, 30 almonds later, it doesn't work. So you have to separate it out. I know Danielle used to do that. I don't know if you still do that. Do you still count out your Cheerios and stuff? And Danielle, how much weight have you lost?
58 pounds.
58 pounds. And you know what I love? That Jody on my computer is sitting right next to you. And when I called your name to say it, she like lit up because you motivated her to start it. Jody, how much have you lost?
Almost 40, getting close to 40 pounds.
Yeah, so that's freaking awesome. And you guys are the tip. You are perfect. You are the perfect, Shred Tribe member. You log every single day. You hit your macros every single day. You attend every freaking meeting. Like, I don't know for over a year, I've seen you every Wednesday, unless God forbid something happened. Like, and that's why it worked. I just got the goosebumps. That's why it works for you guys, because you are engaged, you are accountable, you are consistent, you are focused, you are determined, and you guys are freaking killing it. And there's others in here that are doing that, but you guys are right there and you're looking at me right in the face. And Corinne, she's smiling. She's lost 50 pounds. It's right, 54, 52, 32, 23. I don't know, up there.
And Shannon, your sister Stacy on my screen is right next to me.
Oh, that's so funny. Isn't it funny how you're not in the same spots? And my sister's lost, she's getting to that 20-pound mark, which is freaking awesome. And she's only 1 challenge in. Like, this is her 2nd challenge. So if you're focused, my sister sits on Sundays and plans her entire week. She and my mother sit on the phone and plan her entire week of food. She messages me on Sunday and says, I'm already logged in through Friday. Can you check all my days? And I'm like, damn, like, that's amazing. That's hard to do, but she's always been that overachiever, which is great. I was never that person, but it's great. So if you are, if you plan it, all that stuff. Okay, so let me get back on track. So In the food Zoom, I talked about putting your Cheerios together, all that stuff. It's important to watch that video. If there's not 2 videos you don't watch, if there's 2 videos you only watch, it's the food one that I'm in my kitchen, and it's the faves from the Shred Tribe members. Because all I hear all the time is, I don't know what to pack, I don't know what to eat, I don't have any ideas, give me some new ideas. And those are 2 amazing videos or Zooms. If you go on YouTube, there's 3 of those, because we've done this before in other challenges, and there's new foods in each one. Okay, moving on. Good time management is priority management. What is your priority? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? And I'm going to get to that as well. But is your priority your health and your wellness? Number 1, it should be, right? So make that your priority and plan ahead. What's on your calendar for the week? What do you have on your calendar for Saturday or Sunday? Are you going out? Do you have a party? Plan ahead, plan accordingly. In the morning, block out what you want. Know what you're going to have and keep it, be consistent. Do you have weddings? Do you have a date night? Do you have a girls' night? Wendy and Nicole, who are not on this meeting right now, I don't think, did a girls' night in, but they planned it, and they were the only 2 Shred Tribe members, but they did all healthy foods for their girls' night in. And if anybody wanted something else, they had to bring it. We will always, 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 always have temptations, but revert back to your why. And in the app, I made a group called My Why. Say it loud, say it in public, put the reason why you're doing it. People will support you there. Even if you've done it already, do it again. If you've done it a challenge before, post it again. Because people that are just getting in don't know what your why was. And it's great to reinforce it for yourself. My why for this group, for my business, is to motivate, inspire everybody to become healthy, feel well, feel good, and share my passion. What is your why for being in the tribe? It's for you, it probably should just pop in your head. Okay, moving on. Always start with write down on a piece of paper your favorite go-to meals that are easy for you, and make sure those are in your weeks, whatever is easy for you. If you do Ideal Nutrition and you do all those, that's great. Just account for it, just mark it in there. I don't get anything from it, but I can give you guys an Ideal discount. I don't know it, but I know I have one. So if anybody orders from Ideal Nutrition and doesn't get a discount, I think if you only order online, you don't go to the store, I can give you one. I'm pretty sure I have it. If you're meal prepping, start simple. Don't try to jump in and do like 17 things for your meal prep. You'll just get overwhelmed and say, I'm never meal prepping again. A really easy meal prep is taking 18 hard-boiled eggs, or 18 eggs, hard boiling them, taking the yolk out before you even put them in baggies. Put 3 in a bag or 4 in a bag, already de-yolked. I don't know if that's a word, but de-yolk them. Oh, it sounds like Dwight Yoakam when I said that. And then I take my everything bagel seasoning, and I put it in the baggies, and I put all the baggies in the refrigerator. So when I need something, I grab it and it's good to go. That's the easiest thing to meal prep. And that's a lot of protein. So think about those things. You always can prep more things at once. So let's say you're prepping something for dinner and you're making, we eat a lot of like peppers and onions with that kale sausage from Publix, the Greenwise. Because usually you can have like 2 versus those appledinis, whatever that is from Costco, which is really a lot of fat. So when Mike is cutting up the peppers, I always tell him, can you cut me up a couple of extra peppers and put them in baggies? I didn't meal prep, Mike did, but it's still, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're making dinner, but you're also putting some stuff together for prep, right? And peppers have carbs. So if you're ever short a little amount of carbs, that's a great way to get your carbs in. It also can help you with the fats because you could dip your peppers in hummus. You can make your own hummus too with chickpeas. When you're cooking dinner, make more for dinner so you can box it up for the next day for lunch or the next day for dinner. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so those are tips for making the program a little bit easier. Now I want to talk about why we have these meetings and how much time do I have? 8 minutes. Okay. God, I talk a lot. Why does accountability work? Accountability works because when you feel negative and there's other people that can lift you up, their positivity will change your mindset. Which is why we have all those groups in the app. Which is why like 3 of my favorite groups are the transformation group, the memes and motivation, and the why. And the reason why those 3 groups are my favorite is because they're there to lift you up, to create positivity, to support you, and to motivate you. The fitness shout outs, those are great because peer pressure. When people see somebody else doing it, and this is positive peer pressure, by the way, but when you see somebody else working out or their workout logged in, you want to have that. The nutrition shout out group is great because when you see somebody else get a shout out, why didn't I get a shout out? I get those messages all the time. And I'm like, well, you were 9 over in your fats. Well, that's under 10, but it's not 4 to 6. And I go into that. And then they're like, well, I want a shout out, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. So those are great peer pressure groups because they make you want to do it. And then of course, you have your educational groups, but the 3 most important groups for accountability are the ones I just mentioned. The transformation, which goes in hand with the badass one, which the badass one, I don't let you guys do comments. It's just to put pictures in there for you guys. The transformation, the memes motivation, and the why group. If you're not in those groups, those are really important to be in. Okay. Connecting with others can help you reframe your negative self-talk and turn it into something more caring, understanding, compassionate, and positive. Exactly what I just said. Don't you feel like when someone posts, was having a shitty day, but did this, and now I feel so much better, and my day ended up better. Doesn't that make you feel good? That's what those groups are for. And those will help you stay motivated and focused. Support and belonging prove to be pivotal in anybody's transformation challenge. That's why you always see on Facebook, join my support group, join my support group. Do you have a support system? Join my challenge. What are you doing for the next 10 days? It's great. It works. And people flock to that because people like to socialize. During quarantine, I had 50, 60, 70 people on these Zooms. You guys remember? There was so many people. I get it. Nobody had anything else to do. But it was so crazy. It was amazing. When you're part of a group, you realize you're not alone. Having a community, a partner, or a strong relationship in a space where you are feeling vulnerable can provide a sense of belonging to help you feel that you can relate. You're not alone. You have 148 people on that app. Not everybody's in the same frame as you guys. I have a lot of people on maintenance, so you don't see them as active. Jill Conway is probably the most active person I have on maintenance. But yeah, they're on maintenance. When you inevitably find yourself in a low point of the journey, people around you help lift you back up that are in the same situation. It's so true. What about the steps group? If you're doing this, you did the steps. Oh shit, I forgot to do the numbers. I promise you when we get off, I will do it. The step challenge or the Peloton group. You guys push each other all the time. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to talk about the new step challenge too. I'm sorry, Jody. Jody's like the #1 rock star for the step challenge, but she has an injury. You always need a reminder you're not alone. When you share your goals with other people, you get the benefit of an outside perspective and motivation. There's that why group. And then I talked about this. Final way that accountability works is through peer pressure. Not negative peer pressure, positive peer pressure. So here are ways to create accountability. Hire a coach. Ding, you guys did that already. Awesome. 1 done. Join a team. Bam, you join the tribe. Number 2, done. Ask for support. You guys do it all the time. Message me, use me. I am your coach. I am not going to be your diet director and tell you what to eat, but I will be your coach and help you and coach you on how to eat properly. Buddy up, if you have a friend that's in the challenge, or a sibling that's in the challenge, or a spouse that's in the challenge, let it be a positive thing. Don't compete with that person. Help each other. A lot of times I see when one spouse or family member is already in the challenge, then they bring somebody on. That person they bring on does really well, but then the other person starts to fall behind. Don't let that happen. Help each other all the time. I love how Alicia's pointing at her mom. They're so funny. When you are asking for support, make sure that you are asking the right question. Don't just say, I can't do this, I need support. Why? What can't you do? What do you need help with? And with that, I just want to talk about something really quick, and it's a sidebar, and I always have a sidebar, and I only have 3 minutes left, but please use the groups for the reasons they're there. The memes and motivation group is for memes and motivation. The recipe group is strictly for recipes. If I see you post something in the wrong group, I'm just going to reach out really quickly and be like, hey, delete that comment. It's in the wrong group. Because then threads start in the wrong groups and people are getting a zillion notifications. And then people get frustrated and they don't want that to happen. So if you are posting in a group, make sure you're in the right group to post. And yeah, we all want to be supportive, but remember, we are all going through shit. We all have a lot going on. We all have bad things, good things, and different things. So be mindful of everybody else's time also when we're posting. So declare your goal, make it public, post it on social media. You don't have to do it on social media because we have our Make It Public group. Put your why. I feel like I should have written this article because I have everything in the group. If you say your why and you make it public, the people around you will want to help you. If you're not getting those goals or you're not happening, if it's not happening. Human connection, the component of human connection is the #1 way to stay in touch and consistent with your goals. Being on these meetings every single week is the way to stay focused and consistent with your goals. Being consistent in the app every day. I look at people's, I could see the last time you guys all logged in. I just have to scroll and I'll see like 9 days ago. And I will deactivate your account and see how long it takes you to reach out to me and be like, I can't log in. At 7 days, I deactivate your account. Because at 7 days, you're no longer in the group. You're no longer engaged in the group. You're no longer on your journey. What are you doing? I would rather you come to me and be like, hey, I can't get in my account. Why? Well, it's been 7 or 8 days. Are you ready to get refocused? It's almost like a come to Jesus moment. Like, oh my God, she deactivated me. I need to get my shit together. And it happens and I do it a lot. So just don't let that happen. Okay. We have a step challenge that's going to start on Monday. I will put information in the group. I'm going to do a quick video because I'm going to get lost. I'm going to get cut off and I don't want to get cut off. Step challenge is coming. I'll post the winner of the last step challenge. I'll explain it all in a quick video. I bought more stream time, so all videos should work in the app. You should have no problem streaming anything. I didn't know that was a problem. And I think that is it. So I'm going to say goodbye so I don't get cut off. So everybody have an amazing week. Remember, always be badass. Be prepared for a couple of short snippet videos because I talk too much. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Have a good week. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching it on repeat, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.